I'm Jessica Mogi here with Tania Gunadi, and we're going to be asking her a few questions about her career. So, first of all, you're Indonesian, so
Yes.
Can you tell us about your life story in Indonesia before you came here?
Well, yeah, I grew up in Indonesia, and we live like a really nice life. My parents never asked me to do any chores or anything, so I grew up just going to school and going home and enjoying my life. And then all of a sudden, one day I got a letter in the mail that says that I won a green card lottery.
Wow.
And so my mom said, "Do you want to go to the US? Might as well, you already won." I said, "Okay."
How old were you when that happened?
I was 14, and then
Wow.
it took about 2 or 3 years. You have to do interviews in the US to make sure that you're not crazy or anything. And then I passed the test and stuff.
Wow.
So it's good.
Can you still speak Indonesian?
Yes.
Can you say
You can't.
I can't, but I was born here, so I have an excuse. Can you say a line or two for our fans?
Sure.
In Indonesian?
Apa ya?
There you go.
Ayo ke Amerika, jadi kita bisa nonton Jonas Brothers bareng-bareng atau nonton Miley Cyrus barengan. And kamu bisa ketemu sama Miss Teen USA 2007.
Oh.
Right here.
So why did you decide to go into acting?
Well, actually, it's not like, it was kind of like by accident. I was working at Pizza Hut. That was my first job and kind of where I learned my English. And a friend of mine said, because I have lots of energy, and she said, "Why don't you audition for a Disneyland commercial? All you need to do is scream." And I'm like, okay, I didn't know what auditioning mean or anything.
Yeah.
So I went and I booked the part, and then it was such an amazing experience that I said to myself, when I got the paycheck, I'm like, this is a really nice job. All you do is have fun, and then you can pay your rent. So I told my mom, I think I want to be an actor now.
Wow.
And she almost had a heart attack.
That's great, though. You've come really far, and you've had some movies since then. How do you feel when you're
Some
acting?
movies, what, sorry?
You've been in movies since then, right?
Right.
How do you feel when you're in them, when you're shooting and everything, just the experience?
Every movies or TV shows or animation, they all have different experience. It depends on the part. Like some parts, I have to be able to speak with no accent, for example, and that would be a more challenging thing for me to do. Because as you can see, I have thick accent,
Not too
especially comparing to you. And then some movies, I get to play like a super typical Asian girl, so that's easier. And sometimes I get to play a superhero, or I get to play a really nerdy character, so it all depends.
Right.
Variety of experience.
What was your first role in a movie?
In the movie, I think the first one it's either Pixel Perfect with Disney, or one for USA Network called Locker Room. I don't remember which one was first. I think it was Pixel Perfect.
Okay. With Disney?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so, working with Disney Channel, the show that you're working on right now, Aaron Stone, can you elaborate more on your role in that show?
Yeah, so I basically play, I kind of lead a double life. During the day, I'm just Emma, I go to school, I like to play video games, and go to the mall and drink boba tea. You know boba tea?
Boba, yeah.
And but then after school I would go to my lab, and I have like all kinds of modern weaponries, and I would design new weapons and new bombs and all these things to save the world with Aaron Stone.
Wow. That's hardcore.